The legend of La Llorona, often translated as the Weeping Woman, is a deeply ingrained tale in Latin American folklore, known for its haunting narrative and emotional depth. This legend tells the story of a woman named Maria, who in a fit of rage or despair, drowns her own children in a river. Overcome with guilt and sorrow, she roams the earth as a ghost, crying and searching for her lost children. This tale serves as a cautionary story to warn children against wandering alone at night and offers a narrative exploring themes of loss, remorse, and the supernatural. The significance of La Llorona in the context of scary legend and dark history is multi-layered. On one level, La Llorona embodies universal fears of loss and guilt, tapping into the human condition's darker sides. Her story is a poignant reminder of the consequences of uncontrolled emotions, resonating with audiences keen on exploring moral and existential questions through folklore. On a cultural level, La Llorona reflects the rich tradition of oral storytelling in Latin America, showcasing how legends evolve and persist in the collective consciousness. La Llorona has found her way into numerous real-world applications. In modern media, her story has been adapted into films like The Curse of La Llorona, 2019, which introduces her to broader audiences and demonstrates her cultural impact. Additionally, La Llorona's legend has been used in educational contexts, serving as a tool in teaching about cultural folklore and its importance in understanding societal values. Opinions supporting the legend highlight its role in cultural preservation and its ability to engage listeners with compelling narratives. However, challenges and controversies arise regarding the potential stereotyping or oversimplification of cultural stories when adapted across different media and contexts. Some argue that commercial adaptations might dilute the legend's original essence, disconnecting it from its cultural roots. The legend of La Llorona connects to other aspects of its dark history by intertwining with themes of tragedy prevalent in many folklore traditions. It influences other legends by underscoring the power of storytelling in conveying moral lessons and reflecting human behavior. Moreover, La Llorona's tale prompts discussions on how history and legend intersect, offering a lens through which to explore the psychological and emotional depth of folklore. Ultimately, La Llorona not only terrifies but also captivates, prompting reflection on the narratives we tell and the fears they embody. The origins and historical context of the tale of La Llorona is a crucial foundation for understanding the broader narrative of this legendary figure. La Llorona, often translated as the Weeping Woman, is a ghostly figure prominent in Latin American folklore, particularly within Mexican culture. Traditionally, La Llorona is depicted as the spirit of a woman who, in an act of despair and vengeance after being abandoned by her lover, drowns her children and subsequently herself. Condemned to wander the earth for eternity, she searches for her lost children, often near rivers or bodies of water, her cries echoing through the night. This macabre legend is significant because it offers insight into cultural themes of love, loss, betrayal, and maternal grief, reflecting societal values and historical contexts of the regions where the tale thrives. Moreover, the persistence of La Llorona's story highlights universal human emotions and moral lessons, reinforcing its position as a cultural touchstone with enduring appeal. For example, in Mexico City, the legend of La Llorona is still celebrated during the Day of the Dead when dramatic reenactments bring the tale to life, serving an educational purpose that preserves cultural identity. The illustration is found in the Hispanic communities in the southwestern United States, where La Llorona's story is shared to instill moral lessons in children, warning them against dangerous behavior. Some scholars and cultural commentators suggest that the legend of La Llorona may be a colonial-era construct, synthesizing indigenous myths with European supernatural themes introduced during colonization. Some argue this could be seen as a form of cultural syncretism, where the tale was adapted to serve colonial narratives of moral decay and punishment. However, the legend's portrayal of maternal anguish and punishment has drawn criticism. Feminist critiques suggest that La Llorona exemplifies the vilification of female agency and emotional vulnerability, perpetuating negative stereotypes about women and motherhood. Others see these critiques as opportunities to reinterpret La Llorona's story to reflect contemporary values that emphasize empowerment. Overall, the origin and historical context of La Llorona are deeply interconnected with its continued resonance and influence. The tale serves as a lens through which other aspects of the main topic, such as cultural identity and societal values, can be explored. Understanding these elements not only enriches the audience's comprehension of the legend itself, but also highlights its impact on cultural narratives both past and present. Symbolism and cultural significance. The legend of La Llorona, or the Weeping Woman, resonates deeply within Latin American culture, symbolizing themes of loss, guilt, and the eternal quest for redemption. As a ghostly figure who wanders near bodies of water, mourning her lost children, La Llorona embodies the archetype of the grieving mother. This narrative not only explores timeless human emotions, but also reflects social and moral lessons pertinent to the cultures from which it originates. The cultural significance of La Llorona rests in her ability to both terrify and teach. She is a cautionary tale that warns against neglecting familial responsibilities, often echoing broader societal attitudes towards motherhood and the consequences of one's actions. One example of La Llorona's symbolism can be seen in the traditional stories where she warns children to obey their parents and not wander off alone, reinforcing social norms around family safety and obedience. Her story serves as a cultural touchstone, imparting moral values and societal rules across generations. Another example is her frequent depiction in art and literature, where she is often portrayed as an embodiment of the struggles faced by women, particularly the suffering and sacrifices associated with motherhood and marriage, thus sparking discussions on women's roles and rights within society. In terms of opinions supporting La Llorona's cultural significance, many scholars argue that her enduring presence underscores the power of folklore in shaping societal norms and preserving cultural memory. She serves as a vessel for shared fears and anxieties, allowing communities to express and address communal concerns through storytelling. However, the legend of La Llorona also presents challenges and controversies. Some critics argue that tales like hers reinforce gender stereotypes, portraying women primarily as tragic figures defined by their maternal roles and failures. Additionally, alternative interpretations suggest that La Llorona's story may perpetuate fear and control, particularly over children and women, by relying on scare tactics rather than understanding or empathy. The symbolism of La Llorona interweaves with other aspects of her legend, influencing perceptions of morality, gender, and communal identity. Her tale provides a framework through which cultural values are both challenged and upheld, ensuring her place in the collective psyche. As such, La Llorona not only haunts the waterways of legend, but also the cultural consciousness, reminding us of the intricate dance between myth and reality, tradition and change. Variations and regional adaptations refer to the different versions and localized interpretations of the La Llorona legend, which is a haunting story about a weeping woman searching for her lost children. This concept is significant as it highlights the cultural richness and diversity of folklore, showcasing how a single narrative can transform across different communities and regions, each adding its unique cultural context and nuances. The importance of variations and regional adaptations lies in their ability to provide insights into the values, fears, and histories of different populations. These adaptations keep the legend alive and relevant, allowing it to resonate with people across various cultural landscapes. By examining these variations, we gain a deeper understanding of the universal themes of loss, morality, and the supernatural, and how they are interpreted through different cultural lenses. One example of regional adaptation is the Mexican version of La Llorona, which often portrays her as a beautiful woman who drowned her children in a fit of rage or despair upon discovering her husband's infidelity. Here, the story serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of uncontrolled emotions and highlights themes of betrayal and regret. In contrast, the American Southwest version of the story might incorporate elements of indigenous folklore, adding layers of cultural intersection and historical context, while still emphasizing the central themes of grief and redemption. In terms of public opinion, many view these variations as crucial for cultural preservation and expression. They allow communities to claim ownership of the legend, imprinting it with local significance. However, some critics argue that excessive regional adaptations can dilute the original narrative, leading to ambiguity or misrepresentation of the core folklore. Challenges arise when these adaptations intersect with issues of cultural appropriation or commercial exploitation, potentially stripping the legend of its cultural significance. Additionally, skeptics may dismiss these variations as merely ghost stories, undermining their folkloric importance. Variations in regional adaptations connect with and influence other aspects of the La Llorona legend, by demonstrating its dynamic nature. As the legend evolves, it reflects contemporary societal issues, fears, and moral lessons, shaping and reshaping its role within cultural storytelling. By understanding these adaptations, audiences can appreciate the legend's longevity and its ability to resonate across time and place, cementing La Llorona's status as a powerful and enduring figure in the tapestry of folklore.